But what's going on? People, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. A little bit, I jumped the gun a little bit. Guys, listen, we're going to be talking about, first of all, welcome. All right. Uh, we're going to be talking about Rúben Amorim, official, right? Rúben Amorim is officially a Manchester United um, head coach. All right. Head coach, not a manager, but a head coach, right? Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are all well. All right. Hope you guys are all well. Let's see who's first out the block. Welcome, 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 people. Rúben Amorim is official, man. He's official. Our manager, but not a manager anymore. They call him head coach, right? So that is a change right there, right? What is the difference? Manager, head coach. You know why the change of title, right? What's going on there, right? Because Alexa, cancel alarm. Sorry about that. You know, this is how it is, man. When you go live, things just happen, man. Alexa decided to play the alarm. I'm like, listen, man, come on, Alexa, what are you doing? All right, don't you know we're live over here? All right, so yeah. We're going to talk about Rúben Amorim. He had his press conference after the game they played today. He did say that people will get the full gist of the story today on what transpired on his move to Manchester United, right? So we're going to be talking about that, and also Erik ten Hag. He sent a message to the fans. He kind of he had a few words to say to the fans via a letter, right? Which is pretty good to see, right? So before we get to that, let me see what I have here. I thought I was already ready to go. Now I'm like all over the place because you know why? I happened to hit the go live while I'm setting myself up, and then I went live, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm live. Okay, so it is what it is. Let's see. We got Cam Plays. Cam Plays is in the house. What's going on, Cam? Welcome, welcome, man. You are the first one through the gate. And your prize is, I don't know, man. I don't have any prizes, so thank you so much for being here, guys. Smash those likes, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you are new, this is Manunitedcentral, and I'm your boy Luther. I appreciate you being here, hanging with your boy. All right. Let's see. Circle Hoops. Circle Hoops, welcome. Hello. Listen, if you're new, make sure as you come through the gate, you got to declare your team. Those are the rules of this channel. Declare what team you support. Over here, myself is Manunitedcentral. Obviously, the name tells you it's Man United, right? But we have Madrid, Barca, Chelsea, Liverpool, you name it. Everybody's here. Everybody's welcome. So listen, make sure you declare your team at the gate, right? That is your pass. You know what I mean? So welcome, welcome, people. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about Rúben Amorim, being officially announced as Manchester United manager, right? Again, this is exciting stuff for us, Man United fans. Obviously, it's something that we have been, a lot of people were waiting for because they were ready for Ten Hag to be let go, right? So, yeah, it's good stuff. So basically, today we see that let's see, Manchester United have officially appointed Rúben Amorim as their new head coach. This announcement comes just days after the club parted ways with Erik ten Hag, which you all know. Amorim is just 39, has made waves across Europe for his impressive managerial skills and tactical acumen. And he's coming to Old Trafford with a strong reputation, people, right? Amorim will make the move from Sporting Lisbon on November 11th, right? So we should expect that at Carrington on November 11th. And he's signed a contract that will keep him at United until June 2027. All right. In the meantime, former United striker Rúben Nistelrooy, who's stepped in as interim manager, will remain in charge for the next 3 games as the team transitions. All right. Listen, one thing I can say for United fans is this: we are talking about this is the sixth manager since Sir Alex Ferguson retirement. So the excitement and anticipation is very high, right? Sixth manager, man. This is something that it's big. All right. Um, so yeah, guys, welcome again. If you're new, make sure you smash those likes, hit the subscribe, guys, if you haven't done so already. All right. Now, let's see. Let's talk about the tactics. Amorim has been known for his aggressive, high pressing style and his knack for nurturing young talent. That is key, guys. We need a manager to come in, but not a manager, head coach, that can nurture young talent because we have a really good crop of players, especially coming from the under 18s, that can really get into that first team, right? The likes of Chido Obi Martin, Corne, to name a few, right? So United's leadership see Amorim as one of the brightest young coaches in European football, right? Now, this is not only United higher ups, this was across Europe. Man City were looking at him in case they get rid of, in case Pep decides not to sign another contract, they were looking at him. I think Liverpool at one time was looking at him. So a lot of teams were looking at Amorim as that next manager, the next up and coming manager, the next superstar in the manager sphere, right? So, so basically, United's leadership, obviously they see him as the best manager out there. So his first challenge, right, taking charge against Ipswich, right? That will be the first game that you'll be taking charge after the international break. And Europa League debut against Norway, Bodo Glimt at Old Trafford. Those are the first 2 games that he will be in charge of, right? Now, interestingly, the club paid over £9 million to activate his release clause from Sporting, right? And obviously, that's a huge statement because United, they don't know messing around. So not only financially, but in their commitment to Amorim's vision and energy, United's management, led by sporting director Dan Ashworth, is confident that Amorim's style, passion, and experience will be pivotal in the club's rebuild under the new Ineos ownership. All right. So this is their guy. They're bringing in their guy, right? So this is not like someone that you know, from they didn't really vet and whatever, right? They went through him. This is their guy. They believe this is the guy to take him to the next level. So with Rúben Amorim, United isn't just getting a coach, right? They're betting on a new era for the club, all right? Who fans are eager to see if Amorim's style and spirit can ignite the energy Manchester United has been looking for, all right? And this time, it feels like they have done their homework, right? Ugur Simak, Galatasaray in the house. Yes! Welcome, Galatasaray. Listen, I know you are not Sporting Lisbon, but welcome. All right. So, guys, as you can see, it's exciting times over here, right? Exciting times because Man United, we're getting a manager that well sought after around Europe, right? A manager that comes in within his own style. He comes in with energy, passion, right? And that's something that we needed definitely we needed for our team, right? The players need some motivation, right? Let's see here. I'm trying to get myself situated here. Okay. Right. We're trying. Yeah. So it's definitely good stuff to see him coming on board. And he made a bold promise to the fans, guys. His first words for the fans, right? He promised the fans that he's not going to let us down, right? He's not going to let us down. And listen, and that's something that it definitely weighs quite a bit from the get go, knowing how important the fans are, right? Um, so again, this all this happened earlier today, where he faced the media and delivered what might be his most passionate message yet, right? This was just it wasn't just a regular press conference. This was a press conference after the game, right? And basically, it felt like a rallying cry, right? He directly thanked the fans, obviously the fans from Sporting Lisbon, for their support, and also thanked the Man United fans for, because he can see that across social media that he has a huge backing already, right? He has a huge backing already for the fans. So he basically said, listen, he thanked the fans for the support, and he promises not to let us down, right? So here, basically, Amorim is showing that he's here for the challenge, right? He's here for the challenge, and yeah, it's definitely going to be something very interesting to see what he can do, right? What he can do with that team. Basically, he's going to come in. He's going to need to come in to be able to work with the current players that we have, right? And to see what he can get out of them, right? So we already talked about Amorim's strategy and philosophy. Basically, Amorim is known for his dynamic style, focusing on strong defense, which while making creative plays up front. He's also able to getting players to think faster, all right, and make those killer moves in the field, right? With him, it's all about precision, adaptability, and speed, right? He doesn't just want the ball; he wants us to dominate. Okay, Vinod Kumar, what's going on? Manchester is not blue, buddy. All right, Manchester's not blue. For now, maybe it is. Maybe for now it is. Okay, I'm gonna let you that. I'm gonna let you that because listen, you know what? We have a new manager, man. It's about to change, buddy. It's about to change. All right. So again, he's looking to build a legacy. All right. So him coming in, could this be start of a new era? Of course it is. I think it is. It's definitely a start of a new era, right? And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because it's going to be something different, right? And so, what is the fans' role? Why did he have to address the fans from the get-go, saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you down? Because so basically, he's saying like this. He knows the fans are behind him already, right? And that the fans' base is crucial for his journey, right? So basically, he's calling on to the fans to stick with him and back the team, right? That is the only way that this is going to work out. He needs the fans. He needs the fans to back the team. He needs the fans to be behind the project, right? Behind him taking over as the head coach, not the manager, head coach, right? And that's basically why he said, listen, he made sure he addressed the fans from the get-go that he's not going to let us down. Vinod is saying, I heard same thing when when we appointed Eric Ten Hag. You know what? You may have a good point. You may have a good point. Vinod. But this is different. All right, Vinod, this is different, man. This is the Ineos era where they're bringing in their guy, right? And coming in not as a manager, right? He's coming in as a head coach. So that being the case, real quick. That being the case, right? It means that Ineos have identified him as the guy. So if that's the case, he's the guy to lead us. It means that they're going to back him. And being the head coach, not the manager, means that, especially maybe he won't have. Ten Hag had that veto powers when it comes to players, right? If some players that he doesn't like, he had the opportunity to say, you know what, no, the veto power. So with Amorim, he's not going to have that because he's just not just he's yeah he's our head coach, right? So as a head coach, maybe he doesn't yeah automatically doesn't have that veto power. So it means that, which I don't know how I feel about that. I know they're going to consult him when they bring players in, but it's one of those that he really doesn't have much say on what players Ineos and that sporting branch decides to bring, right? He doesn't have much say, right, on who comes in. But which we shall see, because this also means that if this thing uh, you know, goes wrong, we cannot say, well, it was Amorim's players, like the way now people are saying, oh, Ten Hag had all his players and stuff like that. How did he fail? Right? So we're not going to use that as an excuse, because most of the players that are going to be signed going forward is really going to be based on Ineos and the sporting director coming up with a game plan. This is how we want to play, and these are the players that we're going to sign. And you as the coach, you kind of work with them, right? Um, Vino, the same Portuguese league is different from PL. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Vino, I agree with you. It is 100% different. And that's why a lot of people are comparing Amorim with Ten Hag, right? They have won, like Ten Hag had won trophies in Ajax. And Amorim has won quite a bit in Portugal, right? The trick here is to translate that into the Premier League, which is a whole different ballgame, right? So I'm sure, I'm hoping Ineos have, obviously they've done their due diligence. They've seen, okay, what needs to be done here, because right now, at Man United we have had what, this is a sixth manager coming in after post Sir Alex, and they've all been really good managers. Louis van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole, and then Eric Ten Hag. They're good managers, but they all failed. So it means there's something there within the team that is kind of rotten. So, I'm sure they've done the study, whatever they need to do to find ways to back Amarin. That way he does not fail. Because if he fails, then Ineos have failed, right? Because right now they're putting their necks out there saying, hey, this is our guy. They've been talking to him for the longest time to make sure that he's the one that they want to bring to take this project forward, right? And they're also taking away that veto power. So he really doesn't have much say when it comes to signings. So it means that his job is only to coach the players, right? Which is good, right? He doesn't have to worry about anything else. Now, I don't know if, does that mean now when it comes to press conferences, is it going to be like a structure like the way like Bayern Munich and them, the way they are? Because in Bayern Munich, for example, the managers, the coach or the managers there, but you usually hear a lot from the sporting directors. They always jump into some of these press conferences and field questions, right? Because now, for example, like the likes of Amorim, in a press conference, he can't sit there and being asked about a transfer or a player coming in and out. He'll be like, listen, I have nothing to do with that, right? Right? So it's one of those that's going to be very tricky on how Ineos handles it going forward, right? It's going to be very tricky to see how Ineos handles it going forward. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those that we're going to be like, okay, we shall see, right? So I'm really curious to see how he's gonna set us up, which players are gonna benefit from his style, right? Which players are gonna struggle, right? Obviously, I'm sure he's already identified some of the players that could work in his style, right? And some who might not work, that kind of deal, right? So that being the case, I'm hoping that he studies what has worked and find a way to make sure that going forward, the team progresses well, right? So I mean, it's definitely an interesting appointment. And just today when Man United announced that he's not going to be a manager but a head coach, that was something different. We didn't expect that, right? We didn't expect that, and I'm like, okay, this is different. This is different, and this is something that we were not thinking it would happen. We thought it was going to be just a regular manager. Cam C, what's going on? Van to stay. Oh, welcome, welcome, people. Right. So we didn't expect this, to happen this way, but it shows the Ineos they mean business, man. They moved very quickly. In 1 week you sack a manager, you bring in another one. Yeah, that's a big move. It's a big move, and it shows that they had these in the works already, right? They had it in the works, and yeah. So let's see what else. Um, so let's see. Rúben Amorim said, yeah. So Rúben Amorim was saying that he had received approaches from many clubs in recent months, right? So basically, he had received many approaches from many clubs in recent months, but the club that he wanted was Manchester United, right? There is no sporting fan who wanted me to stay until the end of the season more than I did, but it wasn't possible. Basically, they were asking, like, listen, couldn't you have waited, until the end of the season, right? Why make this move now? You know, why make this move now? And you know what? He answered that, right? He answered that. Basically, you say, listen. It says that, yeah. He says that here. I had other opportunities, and he did speak to the sporting president, and the sporting president says, listen. He told him, like, listen. At the end of the season, I'll be leaving. All right. At the end of the season, I'll be leaving. But when Man United came, they told him, "Listen, you gotta make this decision now," kind of thing. Like in next when you are 3 days, they gave him, right, like 3 days to say, "Hey, you need to decide if you're gonna come or if you're not. Then we're gonna go Man United now." They said we're gonna go a different route. So, and with Ruben Amorim, he was like, "Listen, if any team out there that he wanted the most was Man United. He wanted Man United's job, right? All these other teams came for him, whatever. He did not want them. He wanted Man United job. So when Man United came and gave him 3 days to make a decision, it was a no-brainer. He had to make a decision to leave now instead of staying till the end of the season, because he did ask Man United, "Hey, I don't know if it was Barada or Ashworth." He said, "Listen, can I come after the end of the season?" United were like, "No, we need you right now. Make a decision. If you're not coming, then we'll go a different direction." So, and the man was like, "Listen, there's no other job out there that I wanted more than this job." So he made a decision to leave Sporting. He says that he knows that it's a difficult decision for the fans and everybody. Most of those players, he has been with them for over 5 years, right? So he feels bad that he had to make a decision, but it was the right decision, because he was saying, if, for example, he did not agree to join Man United, and by the end of the season he had already told Sporting that he's leaving. So by the end of the season, then he would have really like he would have felt like, okay, and that job that he really wanted, the Man United job, not there anymore. He'll be really pissed with himself for making the wrong decision. So he couldn't take those chances. So he said, "Listen, you know what? I'm gonna have to go." Austin, what's going on, Austin? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. I see Salami, Salami. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. You predicted who will win against Man U versus Chelsea. Come on, man. It's Man U. We already talked about that. Salami, Salami. All right. Listen. Man United, Chelsea. We already said it. It's going to be Man United 3. No, actually, Man United 2, Chelsea 1. That's my prediction, man. Salami, Salami, tell me yours. Austin, how you doing, my brother? You good? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. I was wondering where my regular crew at, because I'm like I didn't see my regular peoples. Good to see everybody. Good to see you guys. Listen, make sure you smash a like, hit the subscribe, and if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell. All right. Kamexi 114 It's my new. They're gonna lose 2-1. Okay, okay. Listen. We got Rude at the wheel. Okay, we got Rude at the wheel, buddy. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna be live on Sunday here. So hit that notification bell. If you don't mind, join us so we can watch this game together. All right, it's gonna be. We're gonna do a watch along. I won't have the game here, but you are watching and we're chatting, right? So it's gonna be like that. So I listen. If you think that you guys are gonna win, come on in. Let's go. Wait and see, Kamsi. Exactly telling me, you know, because that team is fired up, man. They want to play for Rude. They will show up. All right, they will show up, man. They will show up. Now, we yesterday we talked about the lineup and stuff like that, right? We can talk about it again today. But basically, one thing I'm worried about, of course, with Chelsea is Cole Palmer in that midfield of yours. It's going to be very tricky, right? But we got solutions for that, right? Ruud van Nistelrooy is cooking. Yes. Man, listen. That's my guy. Alex, what's going on? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Good to see you. I was like, hey, for a second, I was like, listen, is YouTube being YouTube? I was like, where is my regular crew? I don't see Alex. I don't see Austin. What's going on? But I figure you guys are you're gonna pop in here, at one point. So good to see you guys. Good to see you, everybody. Um, good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, because sometimes YouTube can be YouTube, man. I removed the Barca logo. Oh, okay. He can't. He can't remove it. He lost the bet. Austin. He lost the best. He lost the bet. But yeah, man. Ruud, he's cooking. Ruud is going to be in charge for the next 3 games. We got the Chelsea. We got the Poak. What is it, Poak? And then Leicester again, right? So if that's the case, Ruud is at the wheel, and I'm happy for him because he's gonna make sure that we have those good vibes, right, at the team. Because he's like, listen, guys, all right, today we already announced the new manager. Rúben Amorim is gonna take over. So that means you players, this is Ruud addressing the team. You players, this is your chance to show the manager what if you deserve to be in this team, if you deserve to be starting. So if that's the case, all right, when you go out there to face Chelsea, you need to be out there killing yourself because Amarin and his team, the managers that he's going to bring here, they'll be watching you. All right. You see, Ruud is going to point to Casemiro. Do you see Casemiro what he did in that Leicester game? He was playing his behind off because he knows Amarin is watching. All right. So you all need to make sure when you're out there on that game, you need to do everything. You know what I mean? So if that is not a motivation, man, I don't know what it's going to take to motivate these players, right? And again, we're at home. He's going to say there's 75,000 Man United fans out there, right, watching. They want to be entertained, okay? So let's go out there and entertain them, right? So listen, man. I think we're gonna cook, man. Kim Maxey is saying fancy, but doesn't taste good. Okay. Alex says I won't get my hopes up. We all, I know, man. I know. I won't get my hopes up either, but I think we're gonna give him a game, right? We're gonna give him a game. Yeah, Bayern Dier in that game was yeah. Bayern Dier is not gonna start for sure. Onans is gonna come back between the sticks. Onans is gonna start. Um, Again, it's, Onan's gonna start. It's gonna be maybe center back partnership. It could be again. He may stick with the same. Maybe um, Martinez, the Delit, and then maybe Mazraoui, Dalot. That's back four. So it's right there, right? The midfield could be a bit tricky, but I hope he sticks with Casemiro and Ugarte, man, because you can see that those two can cook together, right? Yeah, so it could be one of those. I'll cut a little slack and second goal because that was just a delayed. Yeah, delayed case, a custom mistake. That's true, but still, I mean, some of those goals. well, yeah, the second goal could have been hard to save, but still, But you can see some of the pictures, man. You can see Bayendir, man. He was boosted, man. When that fourth goal went in, he was really excited. Uh, Kamixi is saying in 2002 they could win against Spurs. I think Man United can win against Spurs. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Spurs, it's just Tottenham. It's just Spurs. The reason they won the other day when they came to our house, it was a fluke. That should never happen. It's never going to happen again. Especially with Amorim coming on board, it's never going to happen again. So don't worry about it. We're going to deal with Spurs, just like we're going to deal with Chelsea, because Chelsea haven't won at Old Trafford for like I don't know since for a long time, right? So that being the case, they're not going to start winning this Sunday. Ain't going to happen. All right. This struggle for Bruno was rightfully sent off. Yeah, exactly. So that's why my ex manager Ten Hag was like, "Listen, man, um, that Bruno red card was not a red card. So, but Bruno being sent off, basically he said, listen, he doesn't even think about that game. He erased it. It didn't happen. You know, hey Ten Hag, man, listen, man, the game did happen, sir. But um, even one thing I can say, even with Bruno, we may have struggled in that game. All right, even with Bruno, I think would have struggled in that game, right? But still, that red card really hurt us, right? It really hurt us. But yeah, man. Now we move on. Now we move on, man. Um, did you hear that? No, I didn't hear about the Valencia Madrid game. Yeah, I mean we'll keep our thoughts and prayers with the folks in Valencia because those the floods were terrible, man. A lot of people died. May they rest in peace. Right? Yes, Salami, Salami. I like Kase. Kase's goal. Kase's goal was beautiful, dude. Beautiful. And that yeah, definitely. Prayers were the folks from Valencia for real. Right? Yeah, man. That Casemiro's goal was pure. Like it was amazing. Right? Amazing goal. So again, um, with Amorim coming in, maybe Casemiro may get a chance to play a little bit further ahead. So we shall see. Junior Holder, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Um, Good to see you, Junior. It's been listen, man. Hey, listen, it's about time, man. You show up because I was like, we're missing a few crew members. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, man. Honestly say, dude, the Casa goal literally gave me a sugar rush. Yes, 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 dude. Listen, man. I was at work, and I was on a Teams call. Right, I have a camera right here, so I was in a Teams call, and then my eye was kind of on that side, and all of a sudden, when the goal went in, I was like, yeah, I had to turn away from the camera. I was like, and then I came back. Yes, yeah, yeah. One of those. They were like, Luther, what was that? I was like, yeah, I was looking at something. Listen, that's how. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough to work and also watch the game and then try to contain yourself because you have a whole bunch of people watching you and stuff, right? So it was crazy. Uh, Hello, bro. Welcome, welcome, man. Vamos United. Yes, let's go. Listen, people, smash that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't done so, people. Listen, aim God ID. Listen, Manchester is not blue. Well, no, it's not blue, man. It's always red. Okay. Yes, you Manchester City people have won a couple of trophies here and there. Watch, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. Um, where's Austin? Austin was here. He was here. Alex, he just said, I think, yeah, man, yeah, it could be a scouter, man. But he says Vamos United, man. Let's go United. So it's all right. I'll take the Vamos part. That's all I saw. The Vamos United part. That's what I liked. Let's go United. Uh, uh let's see. Yamin Yamal. Uh-oh. Welcome, Yamin Yamal. Good to see you. This is Jassim Yamal. Okay, Jassim Yamal. Pogba, it's just a joke, bro. You're going, keep up. Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Jassim Yamal. No, let's see. We'll pick up Vini. Listen, did you guys see that Man United, they're monitoring Vini? Man United, they're monitoring Vini in case, his situation changes. They want to bring him to United, man. So, yeah. Listen, you're from Morocco. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, my Morocco. I have a really good friend is in Morocco as well right now. Listen, Morocco, you guys always produce quality players, man. Mazraoui, Amrabat, yeah, yeah. You representing Africa, man. That's what's up. Um, Aim, God, you're mistaken. It's Glory, Glory, Man United. Okay, in case you're mistaken there a little bit. All right. Junior saying bye, guys. Yeah, Junior, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, yeah. I know, man. United is never touching Vinny, dude. I know, man. I know. Um, I know. It's something. When I saw that, I was like, okay, okay, United. Listen, it's one of those. If Vini feels like he needs to leave, that way he can be the man. We're open for it. We'll be like, listen, come on in, come on. Uh, right. So yeah, we'll be open for it. Did you hear? Oh yes, I saw the Balotelli part. I dude. First of all, when I saw Balotelli signing for Genoa, I was like, damn, Balotelli is still playing. Yeah, man. So I was really surprised. I was really surprised about Balotelli. Um, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was just kidding. On that type, yeah, that's cool, man. Hey, it's all good vibes over here, man. I'm happy you guys are here. I'm happy that we get to, hang out, right? And talk about football, man. Regardless, if you see that way, we're moving all over the place. We started with the United. We already dealt with the Amorim. He's here. We know Van Nistelrooy is going to deliver the win against Chelsea. We took care of that, right? Now we can go all over. So that's what we do over here, man. And guys, if you're new, make sure you declare your team at the gate, and make sure to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right. Um, let's see. It's okay, Morocco brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. Um, it's definitely okay, man. It's okay because I know Mazraoui is gonna cook under Amorim's system, right? I think Garnacho may struggle, but we shall see. Nastaram. Hello, happy Manchester United guy. Yeah, 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 man. Welcome, welcome, Nasaram. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. So listen, good times ahead, man. Because I'm excited because Rúben Amorim gets to have some games, and then after the 11th, Amorim is going to take over, and we keep moving, right? We keep moving. So it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff to see that Man United is running like a proper club right now. We have proper people know what they're doing. Listen, in space of 1 week, we sack a manager, we bring a manager, no delay, right? And yeah, that's crazy. Um, and Amorim is going to come with this backroom stuff. Is he going to keep Van Nistelrooy? I really hope he does because he could definitely use Van Nistelrooy. I'm thinking, right? Um, Alex is saying, dude, and lockdown. I had school and Chelsea just knocked my read out in the semifinal, and I threw my chair, but forgot to turn on my camera. Now the teacher thought I was crazy. Listen, man, that's what football does, man. Football does that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then did you have to explain to the teacher like, listen, Miss or Mister, listen, no, it's just something was happening behind the scenes. Salami is saying Xerxes is not function against Leicester last time. Yes, but with Amorim's system, I think Xerxes could work, right? Because he likes to play with the front two, kind of. So he could Xerxes could play a little bit off of Rasmus, so he may work, man. Give him time. I think Xerxes needs time, right? And he's young. He needs time. And with the proper coach coming on board, I think he's gonna get the best of him, right? Um, yeah. So we shall see, man. I think Xerxes is gonna come good. I think Xerxes is gonna come good, right? I just left the call because I see what you're saying. If you need Gio, get Xerxes. Yeah, right. Yeah, yes. Xerxes scared to shoot. Xerxes is scared to shoot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he was told not to shoot. Maybe he was told, listen, your job just link up, and then if you see an opening, then you shoot. But the way Amarin his team is set up, it's like they have authority to shoot on target kind of thing. So it's going to be different, man. It's going to be different to see how he's going to be able to utilize all these players that we have, right? I know our midfield, definitely needs an overhaul, right? Because obviously Casemiro doesn't have any future. They're going to need to get another midfielder. Ugarte is good because we already have him. We need, of course, Ericsson may be leaving too, so we may need to bring in two midfielders there, right? And then, of course, center back. He likes to play with the back three. So I'm glad that Lenny Yoro is coming back. But again, Lenny Yoro is coming back, but he doesn't have any Premier League experience, right? So it's going to be tricky because by the time Amorim takes over, Lenny Yoro will be back. So I don't know how he's going to be able to integrate him to the team. So it's going to be interesting. No, Casemiro he still has something, man. He can still give us something, right? But for the future, I think we have to come up with another solution. Casemiro is not it. He's up there in the age. But for now, him and Ugarte, especially in that last game, they played well, right? They played well. Oh, yeah, man. Gyökeres, yeah, he's cooking. But today, Amorim said that on his press conference, he was asked, in January, are you going to come and get some of your players? He was like, no, not in January. So most likely, if Gyökeres is going to come, which is a good chance he's going to come, it's going to be in the summer. Did you hear Gyökeres scored? Dude, I saw Alex. I saw he scored like in 15 minutes or something. Dude is a beast, and especially where he came from. Where did they sign him from? What, Southampton or somewhere? Right, and that guy is a beast. So imagine if he can do that with Gyökeres. I hope I'm not butchering his name. Imagine what he can do with Rasmus Højlund, right? The profiles are kind of similar, so it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. But also with Gyökeres, he had wanted to leave the team, I think this past summer, and Amorim convinced him to stay, right? So this is kind of messed up, right? He convinced him to stay, and then the manager's bouncing, So it's one of those. Most likely next summer he will be at the door, right? And listen, I wouldn't mind us taking him because I know Chelsea, Arsenal, they were looking at him, right? And the guy, he's good, man. He is good. Yeah, he's insane. Amorim said, yeah, the soap opera is finished, man. Yeah, the soap opera is finished. I know. Gyökeres. Oh, Gyökeres. Okay, Gyökeres. Okay, Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Okay. All right, cool. All right. It was he signed it for Brighton, really? First team. Okay. I think Amorim will finish 10th. Let's math debate. Okay, listen, let's math debate. I don't think he will finish 10th, man. I don't think he will finish 10th. I think we still have enough room to get to maybe top 5 or 6. I think I'm predicting he's going to finish higher than Ten Hag did last season, right? I don't think we're going to finish 10th. All right, so and obviously we're going to go for the Europa because we need to get the Champions League. You know what I mean? AJ7 Sue. Come on, man. Man United. It's Ronaldo all the way, baby. Ronaldo all the way. All right. Actually, his first team was okay. I can't even pronounce that. In Sweden. Cool. Man, the champion. Chow's in the house. What's going on, Chow? I was wondering where you were, Chow, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, tomorrow is Arsenal Newcastle. Okay, I didn't know that. Are you gonna be? Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good game, man. It's definitely gonna be a good game because, listen, Arsenal they need to get that win, right? Because Liverpool um, and City they're gonna keep pushing and getting those wins. Yeah, yeah. Good to see you, Chow. Good to see you, Chow. Chow, man. Congrats, man. We got our boy, Rúben Amorim is official. It's official. Our first head coach. We're not having managers anymore, guys. No managers anymore. It's a new era. It's head coach kind of settings, right? Um, let's make math. They said, you think Arsenal will win the league, knowing that Man City has injury crisis? The thing is, you can't trust Arsenal, man. Arsenal, Arteta, if you compare Arteta and Ten Hag has a better record than Arteta. So you can't trust Arsenal, man. I want Arsenal to win, but the problem is you can't trust them. I don't want Liverpool to win because if they win the Premier League, they'll equal Man United record, right? Man City, I'm sick and tired of them winning every season. Somebody needs to put a stop to it. It's not going to be us, not yet, right? So, yeah, I want Arsenal to win, man, but they're just, they're just Arsenal. They're not very good. Uh, Man City lost against Spurs. Yeah, yeah. Man City, they didn't really play that game full throttle, wanting to win that game. I don't know. Pep didn't even bring didn't bring on Haaland. He's decided to save him and stuff like that. So I don't think they're worried too much, right? Um, Parking the bus time, wasting is a disgrace for football. Yeah, yeah. Arteta's ball is yeah, it's not good, man. Right? Yes, Van Nistelrooy, Amorim. That's how we roll, man. I'm playing you 12 club final today. Okay, nice. I will win. That's the mentality United needs. Yes, yes, yes. There you go, man. Go for that win, sir. Go for that win. Right, and that's another thing that Amarin is going to have to build in our team. That winning mentality. He needs to bring that back, right? And is one of those coaches that he's known to be able to get that out of his players, right? Make sure that they go to that extra gear, the third, fourth, and fifth gear to get a win, right? And that's what we need. We'll be lacking that. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about this guy, honestly, guys. But hopefully, hope it works out. Yeah, definitely do well. Come see, for sure, for sure. Um, I also find here, I respect your opinion, but I believe we will win the Prem. Listen, listen, man. Let math debate. I really hope you guys can pull it off. Okay, because if you do not pull it off this season, um, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to start printing those shirts again. Arteta out, right? Because United, but next season, United will be back in the mix. Okay, so we're gonna be back in the mix. You guys do not want us in the mix. Right now, we're in the mud. All right. So once Amorim starts cooking, it's gonna be a different ball game, man. All right. Yeah, I know. Arsenal, they were looking at Gyökeres for real. So that's why I saw it on was it on TikTok somewhere? So one of Arsenal fan, he had posted a video when he saw Gyökeres linked with Man United, right? Because with Amorim coming to Man United and Gyökeres linked with Man United, dude was like, no, because you guys wanted him. So imagine now he comes to us, man. Shoo, it is gonna be something, dude. Um, and he's coming to the club. Who's that? Gikaris? Amorim said he's not gonna get any of the players from Sporting in January, so it's gonna be a summer thing. So for the rest of the season, he's probably gonna roll with what he has, right? And then maybe in the summer, looking to bring in another striker, kind of thing, right? Imagine if City are about to go undefeated and then United make them lose. You know what? We are known to be doing stuff like that, you know? So we shall see. Give Arleta a lifelong contract. Ciao, 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 man. Listen, you can always expect Chow to come out with one of those. Yes, give him a lifelong contract, man. You gotta trust the process, okay? Trust the process. That's what he said. Um, AJ Sue, what's going on, man? Listen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already, guys. If you're new here, I'm your boy Luther, and this is Man United Central. Welcome to the family. Listen, I'm happy that you're here. All right. Uh, yeah, man. So I mean, it's tomorrow's game is crucial, and Newcastle, they're a good team, man. Newcastle is a good team, so they will not be rolling over. They will give Arsenal a really good run. Let's see. I didn't check the which other game is good tomorrow. Oh, Chow, my lineup for guys. Let's go. Let's go through it. This is a good point. Chow brought in lineup for Sunday, guys. I'm gonna go. Obviously, Onana comes back. Back for me, it's gonna be Mazraoui left back, Licha, Delit, and Dalot. It kind of picks itself, right? And then midfield, I hope he sticks with the Ugarte and Casemiro, right? And then of course Bruno is gonna be there, and then of course the front three, I think he sticks with the same, right? I don't see him dropping Rashi, so he may stick with the same front three: Ganacho, Rasmus, and Rashi. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? We're gonna how we're gonna line up. Chow, let me know. Arsenal Newcastle prediction. Arsenal Newcastle prediction. I think it's gonna be a 1-1, man. I think it's gonna be another 1-1, which will be for you Arsenal folks. It ain't gonna. It's not gonna good look. Um, Mazrari, you're funny. Mazrari Cam works. That is too funny, dude. Rashi. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the same lineup. Yeah, I mean, and then of course he's gonna bring in Ahmad, right? Yeah, he's gonna bring in Ahmad later in the game. We'll finish top six with Amarin. You know what? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna finish. We're gonna definitely do better than what Ten Hag did. We're not gonna get. We're not gonna finish eighth again. So I think top six is definitely. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And of course, we're gonna win the Europa League. You heard it here first, people. Yeah, you heard it here first. We're gonna win the Europa League with Amorim. That's what we're gonna do. All right, that's what we're gonna do, man. All right. So yeah, so that's the lineup for Sunday's game. Rude is gonna cook again. I'm ready to see Rude coming out of the tunnel, already fired up because he knows him coming out already boosted, like the way he came out for the Leicester game. I was like, dude, you're celebrating before the game even started. You know, he came out. It's like, one of those. I was like, okay, Rude. All right, my man. I like that. So he's gonna make sure he's gonna have the players fired up, ready to entertain. I know Chelsea, they're going to come at us. We need to be on top of our game. But I hope it's not like a basketball type of game, like back and forth, back and forth. But I know we're going to go for it. Like, we're not going to sit back, park the bus, nothing like that. We're going to go for it. Oh, yeah, Chow, listen. That's what I'm saying. I'm really happy with Amorim's English. It is on point, dude. On point. It is on point, means that there's not going to be that issue, the language barrier. Right? And he doesn't take much. He doesn't take nonsense, right? If players don't perform the way they're supposed to, he's gonna deal with them, right? But this whole switching from a manager to a head coach, obviously he's not gonna have the veto power when it comes to signing. So I don't know how really that's going to work out. Is it going to be, Ineos? I mean, there's Wilcox and them. They say, hey, this is the player you're gonna get. Just coach him. I'm hoping that they consult him on. Obviously, I think they're going to consult him when it comes to the players, but he doesn't have much say, right? So basically, at this point, Ineos they're putting themselves out, saying, okay, this is our guy. We took away his manager title. Now he's a head coach. That way he can only focus in football. Everything else is us. If things don't work out, it's all on Ineos now, right? And so it means that I'm hoping that we see more, like we see more from like Dan Ashworth, Barada, and them in some of these press conferences, or Wilcox, because imagine him in a press conference and he gets asked about the signing a player, whatever, whatever. He really can't say much to it because he doesn't have much say when it comes to player signings. It's all handled by the big guys, right? So I mean, it's very interesting. We've never had that before. Man United, we've always had managers, but a head coach. This is a different approach for Ineos, but this is what most big clubs do nowadays, right? I don't know at Liverpool. Is it? I think Arne Slot is probably the same. I don't think he's a manager. I think he's a coach. I think Maresca at Chelsea, I think is also probably similar kind of thing, right? So could be this is the way things go, right? I worry about Chelsea's midfield. Yeah, child, me too. Chelsea's midfield is the problem. We're gonna have to deal with that. United, for the guy that signed Monster should be a manager instead of a head coach. Well, that's the thing. They're trying to change from the whole manager thing. That way, the coach only sticks with you train the players. That's all you need to do, right? Don't worry about everything else. Um, yeah, yeah. Ineos gave exactly. I like that. Ineos they gave Amarin 3 days to make a decision, buddy, because they said if you don't want us, we'll go to other targets. But Amarin, his dream job was Manchester United. So today when his press conference, he had to explain that to the sporting fans. He said, "Listen," and he had already told the president for Sporting that this is his last season. So he didn't, he was like, "Listen, if I don't take this job, come the end of the season, I'm gonna hate myself because I had this chance and this is the team that I wanted." And he was approached by a bunch of other clubs, paying him way more money, and he said no. You know, so yeah, man, you can see the guy is determined. And he said, you saw he addressed the fans. He said, "Man United fans, I'm not gonna let you down." Right? That's what he said, man. He looked at the camera and said, "Man United fans, listen, I'm not gonna let you guys down." All right? Because he knows he needs the fans. He needs the fans behind the team. He needs the fans to be behind him because, once the fans are all galvanized, we're all on the same page, we're gonna cook, right? Premier League is different beast. Yes, yes, yes. It's definitely a different beast. He needs to adapt to it quickly. Yes, he definitely does. And that's the fun part because that back three, I mean, and that's apparently all his positions that he's had as a manager. He's always played with that back three. So most likely he's obviously going to start with back three. But I wonder how if it's going to work. How long will it take for our players to adapt to that back three? Again, interesting. But you know what? From all these people doing analysis, they're saying that we're kind of good because we do have quite a bit of center backs, and this is also could be the bigger plot for Ineos getting all these center backs. Is because they were thinking of bringing this guy in, right? So we may see actually in some of the games we may see Johnny Evans play, we may see Lindelof play, Maguire. So it's good that we have quite a bit of center back. Lenny Yoro, of course, the starting back three. Ideally, I'll go with Yoro, Delete, and Martinez. But it's good that we have a bench when they're fit, kind of thing, right? Chow is saying I'm from China, currently lived in the States. Premier League, okay. Premier League is different beast. Chow is saying I'm from China. Okay. Currently lived in the States. at Sally. Oh, where are you from, bro? Oh, Sally. Oh, you asking myself or you asking everybody? I live in the States too. I'm from Tanzania, East Africa. But I live in Washington, D.C. Yeah. So, yeah, man. It's definitely good stuff. Good stuff going on. Um, if Ineos want to succeed, Ineos has to back him. Ciao. Yes. Basically, Ineos right now, by bringing this guy in, they need to make sure they have guardrails and they need to come up with a plan to make sure he does not fail. They need to back him all the way. Give him that autonomy, the authority to say, hey, Rashford, you're not going to start. If you don't play well, whatever, you're not going to start. Like he cannot have favorites because Ten Hag, there was a big thing that he had. Favorites, people are calling him favorites, whatever, right? So he cannot have that. You know, he has to judge every player equally based on performance, that kind of thing, right? That way, us as fans, we don't come, oh my God, it's the same old man. Look, Rashi played crap, but he keeps on playing, right? I don't want us to have that. You know, I want people to see, okay, this is different. Rashi did not perform last game, he's not starting. You know, kind of thing. So I hope they give him that authorization, right? Uranus, I think Amorim. Welcome, Uranus. Good to see you. Welcome. Make sure you declare your team at the gate, Uranus. Hit the subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. I think Amorim still has influence on of transfers, though, in identifying the players or types of players he wants. But a lot of work is done by Ashworth or Fletcher, probably. But they should be good. Yeah. I mean, he can. I guess, of course, as a head coach, you have some player profile, whatever. Maybe you can, propose the players to Ashworth, Barada, and them, and say, "Hey, I'm thinking these players may work for me." And then, the final decisions are made by Barada, Wilcox, Ashworth, kind of thing, right? And they go for that. Or if it doesn't work, then they're gonna give you an alternative. Just like Klopp with Mo Salah. Klopp wanted, I think, I forgot, was it, I forgot the player from Dortmund, I think. He wanted to sign him. And then the side of the scouting or whatever, people who make the decisions, they were like, no, we think Mo Salah could work best for you. And look, Mo Salah came and killed it. So it could be one of those kind of situations, right? Um, Soda Can. Welcome. What do you feel about Ten Hag being sacked? Sodakan, welcome. Sodakan, make sure you declare your team from the gate. Smash that like, hit that subscribe. Listen, Ten Hag, I wanted him to work, but I'm happy that Ineos gave him time to try to turn this thing around. But obviously, it failed. So we move on, right? A new era is starting in Amarin. So I have a clear conscience because they gave him time. Yes, they had a chance to sack him in the summer, they didn't do it, right? So they went with him. Yes, it did not work out, so we just keep moving, man. Uh, oh, you're a Galatasaray fan. Welcome. There's quite a few Galatasaray fans in here. Welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, but yeah. So Ten Hag is now old news. He did release a statement. The statement was very classy. He thanked the players. He thanked the players, the fans, and the fans for always being behind the team. Right? It was such a good statement. You guys should check it out. Very classy. So I'm glad that he released that statement very early. Right? That way fans can know how he feels and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that. I like the Nastaram. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, so it's good stuff. One thing I criticize Ten Hag is he never been connected with the players. Yes, Chow. That's the thing. And that is all about personality, right? He didn't have that. Ten Hag didn't look like he had that connection, as you said, with the players. And that is important because the players, some of these players nowadays, especially some of these young players, they want that uh, hand, that hug, and like that what Rude is doing now. You can see when Rude came, he already had that very strong bond with the players, even though he's the newest guy coming in. Ten Hag had some of these players for even longer, but they didn't connect with him like that, right? And that's key, and that's also why Ineos went for Amorim, because of his communication style, the way his ability to bond with the players, to relate with the players, and stuff like that, which is very important. Some commentators were saying like in that Leicester game, you can see some of these players, they were smiling, right? People, you can see that they're happy, to be playing for Rude, and they didn't feel that way before in Ten Hag when he was managing, right? So it's good to see that the players playing with a smile, because when they're playing with a smile, it means that they won't fear making mistakes. They'll be open to expressing themselves on the field. They can just go for it. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that's what we see in these games coming up, like especially with the Chelsea game and stuff like that. Even if we lose, I just want us to really you know, go at it. Don't just say, we're gonna hold back, whatever, whatever. Right? Charles said because Rude is a legend of the club, every player respects him. Yes, true, very true, very true. Yeah, very true. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm hoping Amorim decides to hold on to Rude, right? Because he could definitely be an asset to him, right? But is that going to happen? I don't know. What's going on, Joshua? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. That's what I say. A girl who used to play football before. I'm saying Manchester has a bright future with Amorim. You know what? I appreciate that statement because I think so. I think so. For a 39-year-old coming in to the team like that, I think he's going to be able to relate with some of those players. But again, he's also a no nonsense kind of guy. But he can relate to them. He can connect with them, right? I think we're going to be good, man. I think we're going to be good. Yeah. So yeah, that's a very good point. Nastaram, I appreciate that. That's a very good and point you made, right? So, guys, we have reached 1 hour, and listen, let's end it here. All right. Make sure to be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. All right. Let's see what Chow is saying. It's up to Ruben to make decisions in the end. Once he comes to the club in November 11th. Yes, it's up to him, man. I'm sure he's right now taking notes, watching all our games, identifying the players. That way, when he gets there, he hits the ground running. All right. So, guys, listen, you guys have been amazing. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for hitting those likes, subscribing, and I appreciate you contributing. I appreciate the communication we've been having. Good stuff, man. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Good morning. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao. Peace out.